Hey friends, it's Sarah from Gilkey's Limited Adventures, and if you've been watching along, I've been making a popular state dessert every week for the, yeah, that's a cat, for the entire year of 2024. And this week happens to be Rhode Island, and I made a coconut custard pie. I happen to be making this for Thanksgiving along with Texas pecan pie, so that's in the oven too, but let's get this going. I'll show you how I made it, and then I'll show you how it turns out, and we'll taste it together. Let's go. I was so excited to make this pie because I love coconut. So let's get the crust started. 2.5 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add in 2 sticks of butter, which I'm going to cube up. Now, it is Thanksgiving. We're having an early Thanksgiving this year, and I'm making 2 pies. So this is a top and bottom crust, or a crust for 2 pies in this case. I'm making a pecan pie for the state of Texas and this coconut custard pie for the state of Rhode Island. So I'm getting right in there with my hands, breaking up all of that butter to get it all mixed into this flour. This is the best way that I have found to make a pie crust. Get in there with your hands like Grandma used to do it. Now we're going to add in a little bit of water. That was a half a cup, and we're going to stir this all together. This has been a no-fail pie crust for me for the last few times I've made it, so I'm sticking with this recipe. Now, again, with my hands, I squeeze it together into a ball, cut it into 2, and then I wrap this in some saran wrap to chill in the fridge while I get the rest of this pie started. Now, once it's chilled, I'll pull it out and I'll show you how I roll these out. I just put some flour on the table. You can see I already did one. That's for the pecan pie. Now I'm rolling out the second one for this coconut custard pie. I just put a generous amount of flour on the counter, rolled it out with my rolling pin, sprayed a little bit of nonstick cooking spray in the bottom of my pie dish so nothing would stick, and then I just put that pie crust right in the dish. Now I like to trim the edges off, and I saved them, and you got to check out the video of what I did with that extra pie crust. But anyway, I fold down the edges then, and then I pinch the crust to make it nice and pretty. By folding down the edges and making it a little bit thicker, it doesn't burn in the oven. That's just a helpful hint. Okay, now let's get the filling started. I have 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1 stick of melted butter, or almost melted, 3 eggs, and I'm just going to beat that with my electric mixer until it's nice and creamy. Once that's nice and creamed together, I added in 2 tablespoons of flour, along with, now here's the thing, you can do a cup of milk, a cup of half and half, or in this case, I did a half a cup of milk and a half a cup of heavy cream, which basically makes half and half. And then I just use my electric mixer to mix in that flour, and then I slowly added in that milk. I was a little bit nervous when I made this because it is quite runny, but this really is one of those recipes where you have to trust the process because it worked out fine. Now I added in 1 cup of coconut flakes and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Made sure that was all mixed together and my coconut didn't have any lumps in it, and then we're going to pour this right into the pie crust. And you can see, like I said, it's pretty runny, but trust the process. This is a custard pie, so there's enough egg in here that it will firm up. I put on another 2 tablespoons of coconut on top, and we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 55 minutes. And you can see my pecan pie is already in there, and what I did with the extra crust is in there as well. After about 55 minutes, it is ready to come out. You can see it's nice and golden brown. I'll put it on top of the stove, and you can see it is just a little bit jiggly in there, but not too much. Now here comes the taste test. Okay, here we go. Rhode Island coconut custard pie. Looking forward to this one.
While she's cutting that, I'll say a little known fact about me is my favorite pie is custard pie. So I'm looking forward to trying what a coconut custard is. I also like coconut cream and blueberry.
What doesn't he like?
But custard pie really is my favorite.
Okay. Okay, here's what it looks like
Got a
inside.
nice custard look.
Yeah, it looks good, right? There you go.
Those of you that don't know me, I'm legally blind, and this is a lot harder without good vision. But here we go. There we go. It's a lot harder.
It's good. It's really good.
Well, before...
Here. Open up, honey.
I just wanted to make her feed me.
It's really good.
Just like a custard pie.
Mm-hmm. With coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yum.
Good job.
No, good job, Rhode Island. We like your pie. Do not.
Blooper.
Clean up crew. Clean up crew.
You'll do it too.
Oh, man.
Well, that's one way to use pasta.
Thanks for watching, everybody.